Welcome back to Fox 2 News in the Morning, a live look at Busch Stadium. I see some blue between all that gray we've been talking about, Angela.
It's
just
trying.
a little streak.
It is trying. That's the sun trying to break through the overcast. That cold front that came through yesterday is stuck, not moving much off to our south and to our southeast. So we're still under its influence and still being influenced by the clouds this morning. Clearing line has made it through northern Missouri into west central Illinois, and it's trying to continue that trek to the south and to the southeast. Here's a look from our Gateway Buick GMC web camera at Ladue Middle School, and you can see the clouds hanging on there. Some brightness though to the sky. It will be a sunnier day. As we get into the afternoon, especially look for some of that clearing to start to take hold. Again, the further south that you go though, the more clouds you're going to see throughout the day. We'll talk more about clouds again returning and when they mean rain for St. Louis coming up in just a few minutes.
Thousands of United Auto workers across the country and at the plant in Wentzville could soon be on strike. General Motors is still trying to reach an agreement with the union before the deadline at midnight. Fox News' George Sells is live in Wentzville with the latest. Good morning, George.
Yes, Andrea, good morning. 3,500 workers here at the Wentzville General Motors plant, and they could soon find themselves on a picket line. Could be within 24 hours if a deal is not reached in Detroit. The deadline set by the union once again is midnight. It is unclear, however, whether there would be a walkout by workers here should that deadline pass. Some reports have suggested the union might target specific parts plants rather than a full-scale walkout at its assembly plants across the country, but no one is saying for certain. Now, the contract for General Motors workers has already been extended once. It was due to expire last month, but the union gave an extension while they completed their negotiations with Fiat Chrysler. That deal is done. Now sights are set on this one. The 3,500 workers here make the Chevy Colorado pickup truck as well as a GMC variation of the midsize truck called the Canyon. They also produce full-sized vans. For the company, the union has given several major concessions dating back to 2007, just before the big recession, and the company's subsequent bankruptcy and taxpayer bailout. Union officials have made clear they are looking for something in return this time around. In that period, average hourly labor costs for GM actually dropped from $75 to $55 per hour, a big drop, but the company is still paying more for labor than American operations run by Japanese competitors Toyota and Nissan. The GM has released a statement saying, quote, "We are working with them to address the issues and remain committed to obtaining an agreement that is good for employees and the business." It all amounts to some very uncertain time for workers at this plant here in Wentzville as their union and their company try to hammer something out in Detroit. We're live in Wentzville. George Sells, Fox 2 News.
A meeting is now set to discuss the Illinois budget crisis, but now the question is, will it make a difference? Governor Bruce Rauner and legislative leaders will meet on November 18th to discuss the overdue budget. The fiscal year for the state started on July 1st, but there is still no budget in place. The governor insists on changes. He also claims it will help business, but Democrats who control the legislature say those issues should be handled separately, adding there will be progress at the meeting if Rauner sets aside the reform agenda. Also in Illinois, money to hire Affordable Care Act counselors drops sharply. The Get Covered Illinois will distribute about $5 million in federal grants to hire 150 counselors to help consumers buy health insurance. That's a sharp drop from the 400 hired last year when the Illinois Department of Insurance had more than $25 million to hire those specialists. Well, the Gateway Arch is turning 50 and hundreds gathered at Keener Plaza to get a head start on the big birthday bash. On Saturday, hundreds of people came to Keener Plaza in downtown St. Louis under gray skies to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Gateway Arch. There was plenty of food, fun, and music to go around. Organizers say it's just the beginning of a series of events scheduled throughout the week. They also moved the event to Keener because of ongoing work at the Arch. The Arch City River Foundation, City of St. Louis, and others sponsored the event.
It's a way to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the completion of the Arch. It's a free celebration. We've got food booths, vendors, kids activities, kids performers. We've got a Metro bus that kids can come down and paint, and then it'll go into service for about a year. And then we've got great bands. We're really excited about it and hope the folks come down.
The next phase of the celebration will be a recognition ceremony and birthday party on Wednesday, October 28th. Visitors will also have the chance to meet the men who built the Arch in the 1960s, along with panel discussion on the landmark's history. New work on the Keener Plaza aspect of the project is set to start in December. And while we're on the subject, we are hoping you share your favorite Arch pictures and memories with Fox 2. Just send us your favorite pictures. We also have a link under the contest tab on our Fox 2 Now website. Well, Mexico is cleaning up today after being hit by Hurricane Patricia. We'll show you the damage the massive storm left behind.
And now the energy from Patricia is going to help reinforce all those big Texas rains, eventually creating a storm system that will head our way. Much needed rain on the way for St. Louis. When does it get here, and how much will we see? The details are next here on Fox 2 News Sunday morning.